Can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. There we go. I see it now. You see me talking now? Hello, hello. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Hello. Can you hear me? You there? Can you hear me now? Okay. Want to make sure. I don't know why the hell it wasn't doing it. I had to reload it to get it to work. Kind of stupid. I'm not using the same software I used to before, and that's probably not helping me at all. I'm doing okay. How you doing? That's good. I'm kind of sending messages to everybody to let them know that I'm on. Evidently, they didn't get the messages. I don't know why they never do, but for some reason they don't. I think I about got everything, everybody now. I think. Might be missing one or two. Let's see. Jennifer, I didn't send her a message yet. Hmm. Alrighty, I've sent messages to everybody, and maybe they'll show up. Maybe they won't. Probably won't. Which is kind of why I stopped doing lives most of the time because people don't show up. It's a lot of work just to get together for a couple people. I'm doing all right. I've been busy doing a lot of woodworking and stuff like that. Working on the laser a little bit here. I did send a new member over today from Facebook. He actually did subscribe. I checked, so maybe he'll come on. I don't know. He might not. you want some basic tutorials on learning how to paint, and I definitely have a lot of those how-to videos for real basics for people just starting. I stopped paying for StreamYard. That's why I'm using YouTube itself. Oh, making different things like toys for kids, little race cars and trucks and stuff like that. Different size wood boxes, jewelry boxes, like, and um, clocks. I've done about 5 clocks. Um, Sconces that you put up on the wall to put either a candle on them or a knickknack, whatever. Big trays with handles on it for to carry food with for like Thanksgiving or whatever. Well, I did do quite a bit this year so far for toys, but I'll probably be doing more and more. Like I made some tanks and semi trucks, um, some different race cars, different models. Um, a duck that waddles when it rolls, a puppy dog that rolls, and a boat that actually had wheels on the bottom of it that it had a string a kid could pull it around like a toddler. And I've made a lot of stuff: toilet paper holders, different models, toilet paper holders, paper towel holders, a lot of wood. Um, I don't think I can bring any pictures in here, but because I don't have the other software to do it with, I don't have the StreamYard one. I mean, I have them on my phone, but it's probably hard to see them on the phone. Chairs. I made a baby chair, a toddler chair. I made 2 cribs. No, not cribs. Yeah, they're like bassinets, more like that. I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's a couple of the tanks I did right there. There's another one of the trucks I did. There's a little race car. And here's a train, little choo-choo train. And semi. Mostly acrylic usually. The John Deere tractor. Here's the boat that I did. This one I already sold, this boat. I just sold this truck the other day. That one's made with cedar and walnut and pine, different kinds of wood. is the dinner tray that I sold already. And planter boxes. Candle holders. Ah, yeah, commercial. There's not a candle holder I made. There's one of the clocks I made. Let's see. There's the one of the boxes I made for my wife for my son's ashes to put in. Yep, thank you. I've always been able to do all that woodworking and whatever. There's another clock I made with walnut and birch. That's the rustic look. Here's a chair I made for my granddaughter. Oh, I just never did. There's lots of things I can do you guys don't know about. I'm retired now. I mean, I was a computer tech too. I got like 40 certifications in the computer field. This is a clock I made for my wife with her and my son in it. Here's the little puppy dog I made. This one's already sold. There's another clock I made for Nancy of her and her husband that passed away. So as you can see, I've made a lot of stuff over the last 6 months or less. And this is a step stool. Watch this one real close now. That's a step stool, but it turns into that. You lift it up and it's a chair. Otherwise, you use it for a step stool, like that. Goes from one to the other. Here's one of the cradles. These cradles take quite a while. Usually, a lot of them take a whole day to make. This is the other cradle I made for the other granddaughter. She wanted an older style. And here's a table I made for Jennifer. Here's a big candle holder here. Here's a napkin holder and salt and pepper shaker. So as you can see, I've made a crap load of stuff. And this is the coffee table that started it all. I made for my wife. Oh, I can weld. I mean, I've welded before. I don't know if you'd call it a craft or not, but I've welded. I've also silver soldered before too, and other stuff like that. I had to turn the heater down. I had the heater on Keep the chill off the room a little bit. It gets a little bit damp in here. And nobody showed up at all. That's amazing. Actually, it's not amazing. It's about normal, I guess. I guess it was a silly idea of me to want to do a live tonight. That's all. But I wanted to do one because I got a great connection now, and I'm sure it should be way improved for you to see me normally without uh, freezing up and lagging and all that stuff. So it should be a big improvement. I mean, I got one heck of a fast connection now, a connection I never thought I'd ever see. And it's cheaper than the Viasat. That's the best part. I sent Recon a message, but he never answered me. I don't know if his numbers changed or what, but I texted him after the last time I talked to him. I never got any more answers from him. I have no idea. Probably gave up on it. Who knows? Does my mic sound loud enough or is it quiet? Am I talking too loud or not? Yeah, I can. I can do quite a bit of stuff. I'm not afraid to learn new things at all. Unlike you. You need to learn how to do some painting. If I can learn all this stuff, you can learn how to paint. Oh, I've built houses, I've built additions, I've done plumbing, electrical. I can do about anything. You just got another commercial? That's what helps. That's what helps give me a little bit of a few pennies anyway. Well, I see there's two people here. If it's just me and you, or somebody else come in or not. No, they done gone. I need to see about getting the free StreamYard again if it's still available. I was paying for it, but I was paying for it for nothing. Because I could test the mic and stuff before people got on with the other one. This one I can't. It doesn't let me test it like I should be able to. Well, it's been about a half an hour and nobody else has showed up yet. That's what's can you hear me okay? Do I sound too loud or should I be louder or am I too quiet or what? Because the mic's quite a ways away from me here, but and I'm kind of strained to talk louder. Maybe I don't need to do that. I don't know. Okay. But this would stop me from doing a lot of live paintings because people don't show up. If people don't come, there's no point in me going through the cost of doing live paintings when people don't show up. And I'm trying to get it so it's not so many of my relatives showing up, which I want them to come anyway, but it's good to have more people. But I want other people that want to learn how to paint to show up. and ask questions and whatnot, and then I can do some demos and whatever. And hopefully, someone will become members, which would help a lot. I got one member now. Most of them have let it go. I had like 4 or 5 at one time, and I haven't got a donation in God knows how long. It's been a year at least. But I tell you what, this laser thing is pretty interesting, but you got to take your time with it. You got to do there's a good learning curve to learning how to use these lasers. I wish I'd have held off and got a little bit more money and bought the next step up. But doing laser stuff with art and painting, it's a great thing. It really is because you can do a lot of things you couldn't do before with a laser with it. Say you want to paint something on wood, you can literally draw the picture out and then send it over to the laser, and it'll do the picture on the wood. Then you just paint it. It notified you for the first time in years, huh? Huh. Well, good. I mean, they've made some improvements on YouTube, so hopefully that's one of them. People will start getting the notices. I mean, most people got notices before, except for you and Recon didn't seem to get them. I'm not sure why, but you didn't. I didn't watch the Super Bowl this year at all. I watched a thing on YouTube about where at the Super Bowl where they booed Trump, which I was glad they did that. I'm not a Trump fan at all. All them tariffs are going to cost all those poor people a lot. But I won't get into the politics. That's not a good thing online, talking politics. Well, if you use a political channel, that's one thing, but not good for an art channel. I'm surprised none of the grandkids were even calling tonight. That's surprising. Oh well. I'm not. I guess the Eagles won the Super Bowl, didn't they? I think I did hear the Eagles won it, which kind of surprises me because I didn't think the Eagles were that great. But I didn't follow football as much this year like I did before. I've just been too busy doing woodworking and some painting here and there and whatever. And I think I did another portrait or two and some other stuff like that. And fixing things. We had a problem with the furnace. I had to work on the furnace because it was right in the cold time, man. We got down to like 26. The damn furnace decided to quit. Ugh. I think Recon uses his son's name sometimes, but then he usually gets back on with his name. But he may have changed it. I think he may have. I'm not sure. I have no idea. I haven't talked to him because I don't really know. I talked to him briefly before the last slide that he never showed up to. I haven't talked to him since. I sent him several messages, but no reply. I don't even hear from, excuse me, meaning a book scratcher anymore either. Haven't heard from him in ages, over a year probably. For a while there, I was losing a lot of subscribers, and lately, even though I haven't been doing a whole lot, I've been getting a fair amount of subscribers, more than I didn't expect any. I just started getting some subscribers here and there. I think over the last couple of months, I probably got about 20 new subscribers. And as you see in the comments, I've had people leave comments here and there that were different people that we didn't know before. Excuse me. I don't even know if Recon's working nights still, or if he's back on days, or what. He may be working nighttime. I don't know. I don't remember the last live I did that you were here. I think I did on a Saturday. I'm not sure. Well, for one thing, my shop area is outside. I work mostly outside under like a tent. And I don't have any way, my computer's not out there to do videos. And then, moving the camera around constantly is really difficult to do while you're doing woodworking and stuff. I mean, at certain times when you're putting some things together, you could probably get away with having the camera there by itself for a while, but other than that, you can be stopping and going all the time. And of course, with your video stuff, it makes the project take twice as long, at least. And I've been wanting to do some videos on the woodworking stuff, but who knows? That might start drawing a lot of people in. I don't know. It might. I'd probably try to do one or two simpler ones that wouldn't take too long to do. A lot of the wood projects take sometimes all day. So you'd have to video a lot and then cut it down and speed it up and stuff like that. I can't get people to watch a video for a painting for even if it's for a half an hour. They don't watch the whole thing. You do one that's going to be an hour or two long at least. You're probably not going to watch it. Yeah, won't be long. I'll be 69. 3 months in May. And in June, I'm going to celebrate because in June, my Harley will be paid off. Ah, another commercial. Good, good. I'm making money now. Making another penny. Yep. In June, after May, June, I think it'll be around June, middle of June, or sometime in June. My Harley Davidson will be paid off finally, and I'll have a little bit more money to do things with. Thank God for that. I think I owe about $1,100, a little over $1,100. That $345 a month I pay on that thing will come in handy for other things. I get rid of that payment, I'll be a happy camper. Then I can buy a few more tools that I really need that I don't have, or some that I have, but they're not very good tools. A lot of my woodworking tools are pretty old, and I bought them used. The one I bought new was my bandsaw. I recently bought a bandsaw, brand new. I really needed one. I've tried to get a couple of used ones, but they were so old I couldn't get parts for them. So finally just said to hell with it, I'm buying a new one. So I saved up, I sold some wood projects and whatever, and enough that I could come up with the money to buy one. Not the best, not the greatest one, but one that works decently anyway, and one that I can get parts for. That was the biggest thing, is getting parts, and they did a decent job. Yeah, we had a lot of rain today. We had tornado watches today. We had winds that were gusting 20, 30 miles an hour. Yeah, it was not good at all. I think I did a video of my shop area, which is under campus. I think you already saw that. That's also what makes it a little bit hard to video. Now, if I could get somebody to video for me while I was doing the work, it would be a lot easier. But it's hard to get somebody to do that. I actually have a couple of video cameras. I could charge the batteries. Um, I think my video cameras have 2 batteries each, and somebody could video for me. Um, and then I don't have to stop and keep moving around. They could also be able to do, with the video camera, they could do close-ups and back off and whatever, and it would be a big benefit to have somebody that would video it. But it's hard to get anybody to do that for you. If I was actually making money on this channel, I could afford to give somebody a few bucks here and there to help do it. I wish I could have afforded to build a building for a shop. I'd love to do that, but I can't afford it. So I bought that canopy, which is pretty big, 20 by 10 canopy. And that covers most of my stuff up pretty well. But gotta be careful about the wind and the rain, because the rain can still blow into it. Well, I've built garages before, but I can't afford to build one. It costs too much. I built that canopy garage just so I could do the woodworking outside. So I had a place to do it. Now, if I didn't have this studio in here, my art studio, I could knock that wall out right there, extend it some more, and I could turn this into a woodworking shop. If I did that, I wouldn't be doing any more artwork because I wouldn't have any room for it. And plus, my computer stuff would be in the way and everything else. File cabinets out here and all kinds of other crap be in the way. And as you know, doing woodworking is pretty messy. You got sawdust flying all over the damn place. So outside's a good spot for it. Just rake up the sawdust, and if you got a little burn pile going, you can throw the sawdust right in the burn pile and burn it. Or throw it in a bag and bring it to the dump. Well, Ken, I guess nobody's got the message yet at all. Well, they did, and just nobody's going to join. Not surprising. Not surprising. Yeah, you ought to try getting a laser. It's you might like that. I mean, building anything costs money, Ken. I don't have the money to build anything really. I mean, it's hard for me to just come up with wood to build all these crafts. I've had some people actually give me some wood. That helps a lot. Even little pieces of 2x4s I can use. I can make toys out of them. You can get a 2x4 that's 8 inches long. You can make a car out of it, but you still gotta buy the wheels and stuff and the paint and the stain, urethane to cover them with, which is usually 2 or 3 coats of that, dowels and screws and whatever, nails, whatever, glue, sandpaper. I use a lot of sandpaper, and that stuff is expensive. We were gonna build like a metal shed there, but I was concerned about zoning too. And Jennifer would get stuck with more taxes to pay on the land with another building there. Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, some people do. I get scraps from a few people here and there once in a while. And I've asked other people, like I know a contractor or two, I've asked them. They tell me that if they get some scraps, they'll drop them by. They haven't done it yet, but you know, I just recently asked a couple of them, but we'll see. I guess someone else came in. Hello, whoever else is in here. Yeah, you said the laser was interesting. That might be a good thing for you to invest in. Get a laser, you can make all kinds of stuff with a laser because they'll cut out wood too, and you can make earrings. You can make like little lanterns for those tea light candles and all kinds of stuff you can make with a laser. I even used my laser to make some little wooden things with my name on them, Kim Cast Art and woodworking or something like that. And I laser that and I glue them to the bottom of like the boxes I make and stuff like that. Little advertising. I haven't tried to laser an image yet that I could paint, and I may try to do that. I think that might be interesting. I've seen some on YouTube here and a few other places where people that actually will have like a drawing of some sort. They'll burn it into the wood with a laser, and then they'll paint it, and it look pretty decent. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about changing it to Kim Cast Art and Woodworking, something like that. It wouldn't take me very long to do it. I could do it anytime. But Kim Cast Art and More kind of covers it, but it doesn't really say woodworking. But I'm thinking about it, what I can do. Those woodworking channels are pretty popular. I've watched a bunch of them, and a lot of them have a lot of members. They do pretty well. I've even seen a few kids that did woodworking that had a good amount of subscribers. I was surprised. I don't know if this thing keeps counting me once in a while or not. I see 2 people up there once in a while, and then it goes back to 1. Well, come up with a name. I'll look at it. I watch a guy they call the Viking do woodworking. He's kind of a funny guy. He wears a toque hat, has a long black beard, older guy. He's kind of funny, he's entertaining. He's got a lot of subscribers too. I mean, I think he's got 100,000 subscribers, and he does lives about every night now, around 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. He'll be live for an hour, sometimes 2 hours, and he'll have anywhere from 50 to 100 people or more in there live. Excuse me. So he does pretty well, and he sells a lot of stuff. He sells on EST. He sells in a lot of marketplaces that are local. He sells a lot of stuff. Another commercial? All right, another penny. Anybody watching, if you watch this far, at least hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And come to the lives and ask us questions. I'm here. So if you got questions about art, painting, portraits, landscape, acrylic, oil, whatever, or even some woodworking stuff, ask away. That's why I'm here. As you can see, I don't have a lot of room in the shop anymore either. Well, I might do KC, my initials, instead of my name. KC Art and Woodworking. Or KC Painting and Woodworking or something. I don't know. It's a thought. Yeah, it did say 2 for a minute. But now it's got 2 thumbs up, so somebody must have been in here and hit the thumbs up. I have no idea who. Even Trinity didn't come in, or Velvet. I even sent Velvet a message. She didn't come on either. Or Caitlin, or Jennifer, or Nancy, any of them. Story of my life. People don't show up. But that's why I've determined now that I don't want to rely on family or friends or anything. Even my best friend doesn't. He never comes on. So I come to the conclusion I've got to do something to attract other people besides family, especially to get people interested in being here. And watching the videos. I mean, I've been online for, I think it's about 5 years now. And I still don't have that many subscribers. And my videos don't get watched very well at all. Most of the time, people don't watch the whole video. Nobody watches the whole video. And I can tell from the statistics. When I do the analytics, it tells me. Well, like I said, I'm going to try to do that. It's a lot more difficult than you think, though. It really is. Plus, things get noisy. The saws are pretty loud. Sanders are loud. So, that stuff gets kind of noisy. You have to kind of turn the volume down on that stuff, and a lot of editing involved, speeding it up. But then you get to do the preparation for it. You gotta, the way to do a video woodworking would be to have a good plan, a script like what you're going to do exactly. Have your tools all ready. If you got to get drill bits and whatever, and Foster bits for making big holes, and whatever you need to have, you need to have it all out there and ready, the material ready, and then do it. So it takes the least amount of time. They're not seeing any of the background time preparing everything. Well, headphones don't do any good for people that are listening. A lot of people that do woodworking, they use like a headphone to block out the noise. It never really bothered me that much. Call it PPE equipment. Now, a lot of people, they'll use the earphones for blocking out the sound, or earplugs, goggles, or safety glasses, and a mask, and all kinds of stuff. I don't do all that stuff. But I'm outside in the open too. They're not. A lot of them guys are in their shop. I'm not. I'm outside. And a lot of them have vacuum cleaners that hook up to the back of the saws, and it sucks all the dust into the vacuum cleaner, and they just dump it out. I have a vacuum cleaner, but it's the wrong size. They use the bigger one, bigger shop vac. I'm not sure if anybody would make it this far in the video at all, but I hope they do. If they haven't subscribed, unsubscribe, hit that like button. I wish you guys would start leaving comments more, because that does attract some attention. People do read the comments and like them, put a heart on them, whatever. That's always been an appointment. I've always kind of pushed that some anyway, get people to write comments, because that goes out in the algorithm where people can see the comments and reply to them, or like them and whatever, or not like them, whatever. It helps get some view time. Yeah, I've watched that This Old House before too, a number of times. I've watched it many times. They're pretty good guys. They know their stuff. Yeah, you're pretty good about leaving a message of some sort. I'm talking to the people that are watching the video now, if they made it this far, to start leaving comments, ask questions, hit the like button or the down button, whatever one you prefer. Just do something. That definitely still helps the channel. We didn't have that many the last time. We only had like what, 4 or 5 people the last time at the most. At least we had more than we do now. I mean, we had some people, a few people anyway, but it would definitely encourage me to do more videos and do more lives if I could start getting people to come and watch them and watch the whole thing. It makes a big, big difference. If you have 100 people watch a video that's half an hour long, it actually helps the channel a lot more than you think. It really does. It just if people don't watch the whole video, they might as well not watch it. They need to watch at least half of it. But the whole thing is way better because it helps. You know, you guys watch. They got to go through the ads and whatever, but that's what supports the channel. Those ads and stuff supports the channel. Don't make a killing on them, but I mean, if you get hundreds or thousands of people watching that stuff, it all adds up. It does make a big difference. A big difference. I think in the last year and a half, and most of it's from memberships or from when I did have more members, I've probably got about $55 accumulated, but they won't pay me until I hit $100. If I don't get donations and stickers and more views and stuff, I might not get paid for another 2 years. Well, I mean, I can set how many, whether to be aggressive for them or not. And I figure if there's only a few people, I'm gonna make it aggressive. Maybe people watch some ads, so at least I'll get something for doing the live, even if it's only a few pennies. I've got videos that have a couple hundred views that people didn't watch the whole video. That's what I'm trying to explain. Maybe watch for 2 or 3 minutes when the videos are an hour long, and I might get even 100 views on it. And you know what I'll get? If I'm lucky, 16 or 17 cents. If they watch the whole thing, I might get 5, 6, $10 even. That hasn't happened but a couple of times. I got like, I think once I got $14. That's the most I ever got. And I'm still puzzled why. But it must have been, it was good enough for people to watch the whole thing. But we'll see. I've been going over my head about some way to do these videoing woodworking. Not sure yet. Yeah, most videos that I do, I'm lucky if I get 6 cents. That's why I try to push for getting, the lives and get stickers and stuff like that and whatever. That all helps out. And people watching the videos, that's the big thing. If you don't watch the whole thing, it doesn't help. But if I can set it up so I can do the woodworking videos, it's possible. I mean, I have a laptop. I can hook a webcam to my laptop. The problem is, it's really hard to zoom in and things like that while I'm doing woodworking. Because usually you're holding the woodworking, you're holding a tool, your sanders and stuff. It's really hard to do both. If I'm painting, I don't have to really do nothing. I don't have to move anything. I just paint and the video stays still. Mostly it just catches the view. I do have a program that can do multiple cameras, though, different angles. I do have that program. I could set up 2 or 3 cameras, but then you got wires that are in the way. You'll have a trip over them and everything else, and so it's gonna be difficult. Like I said, it'd be a lot easier to have somebody with a video camera that can zoom in when you're doing things close up. People like that better anyway. Well, yeah, you know, I would probably have a camera hanging from above, but don't forget, I'm dealing with a tent. It's kind of hard to get a camera from a tent to hang there very well. Just saying, that's a bit difficult. Then I can put some on tripods, one or two on a tripod. But the one software I have, I can actually when I do the edit, I can switch from one to the other, whichever camera I want to see being viewed at the time, and then it will compile it all together, just in parts. And but with my laptop, it's not a super powerful laptop, so I'm not sure how good it's going to work yet. Might be better with two cameras. I can do as many as four, I think, 4 or 5, maybe even 6, but usually 4, I think. But it tends to freeze up some, so I'm not sure it will handle it or not. Two, maybe. Two, maybe all right. Takes a lot of resources when you're doing that much on video. And the laptop is only an i5, which is not that bad, but got 16 gigs of RAM. I think the processor is a 2.4, so it's not too bad. It should be able to handle a couple of cameras. But I did get some new software that handles cameras, multiple cameras too. I have Pinnacle and I have another one. I think I have the new Vegas or something. That's supposed to do multiple cameras. I haven't tried it yet, so I need to test it and see. But if I do a video, watch the whole thing. If I do a woodworking video, make sure you watch the whole thing. That's what's important. If you want to help me out, watch the whole thing. Then you can leave some constructive comments about things or ask questions or whatever, and it helps get people in there. And when they see the video, they'll feed off your questions too and add some of their own. And they may have the same question. They may say, "Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing," or whatever. Gets a conversation going. That helps quite a bit. That helps escalate that video. And the algorithm pulls it out in the world of YouTube. It gives it a little bit more visuality. People can see that video uh, being advertised more. A little bit, anyway. So tell me, Ken, have you seen any lag tonight at all? Have you lagged at all on this phone, on your phone? That's what I need to know. Because if you lagged at all, I'm gonna be really surprised because it is 2 gig up and 2 gig down. So I'm hoping everything's been nice and smooth and clear. Probably a little smoky, but clear. So is everything nice and clear and fluent and not laggy at all? Must be watching a commercial then. No lags at all? Great. Love it. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That's what I wanted to hear. So you see a huge improvement then. That's my main objective here is get a really good improvement on the lives so that there's no lag at all. It's clear and you can see me moving around fluently and I'm not lagging everywhere when I move around. That's the main thing, which is great. So that if I do, when I do a painting again, I think it's going to make a huge difference, and it may encourage people to watch more of the paintings because they'll be able to see a lot better. It won't be lagging at all. Be a lot clearer. They'll be able to hear me just fine and all that stuff. It make a big difference, I think. All right, Ken, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. It's just been you and I pretty much. So good talking with you, buddy. Appreciate you coming. And I'll talk to you next time. I'll be trying to do some more lives here as much as I can. Hopefully I can get some people coming in. Yeah, well, I got to deal with that issue and figure out what I'm going to do about the lives. I'll probably get hold of StreamYard and see if I can get a free account again because I don't do that many lives. I should be able to get a free account, hopefully. And then I won't have that problem. I can test it before I go live. So have a good night, Ken. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you the next time, buddy. Bye-bye.